Hi everyone, welcome to Adams Polish's Wednesday live video. We're actually today live on YouTube and TikTok. Shout out to everyone on TikTok. Just so you guys know, I know this is new on TikTok, but we go live every Wednesday on YouTube. We'll probably start doing it on TikTok as well, but it's kind of your one-stop shop for different detailing topics, but more like, you know, try to help answer questions. So on TikTok, if you guys have any questions or anything, fire away and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If you're new to Adams Polishes too, I'll answer any questions, even like who is Adams Polishes, what do we do, and same thing on YouTube. Do this every Wednesday. I love hanging out with you guys. I've met a lot of cool people through the live. So I'm just getting my bucket filled up right now, and this Jeep is Teddy's Jeep, and actually we were live like 2.5 weeks ago, and everyone requested, we want to see Teddy's Jeep get cleaned. And so I was like, all right, Teddy's been out because he has a busted elbow, and now he's here with his Jeep, and it actually has crazy amounts of iron contamination. So I'm like, you know what, this is a perfect time to do some iron decontamination, but also just like a full decon in general. Because this, I'm pretty sure this Jeep, I don't know, Teddy, has this ever been like clay barred or anything like that?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. So very, very much neglected. Do you know what year it is?
Ooh.
It's probably 19 maybe?
No, there's no way. It's a Rubicon. It's one of the new Rubicons. Probably 2000 something.
2000 something. So 2001. Just kidding. It's newer. It's probably like in the 2020 era. Does that sound right?
2010s, I think.
Oh, 2010s. Okay, so maybe like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Like, yeah.
Anyways, if it's never been clay barred, I guarantee it has some like bonding contamination issues. Also, for everyone watching, here in about 30 minutes, we're gonna announce some new products. So we've been working on I wouldn't say a ton, but for us in the last few years, it feels like a ton of new products. We have released, we now carry the Active 3.0 pressure washer. Dude, that thing is insane. That pressure washer is so good. I can't even tell you. It's like 3 gallons per minute at about 1,000 to 1,200 PSI. It has to be ran off of a 20 amp breaker because it pulls 18 amps. But like that thing has some power behind it. So, you know, I think a lot of people have that 20 amp breaker somewhere in their garage. It tends to happen. I don't know why. I was talking to somebody about that, but really, really good pressure washer. Just like initial thoughts, because we literally got a sample like a week ago and started shooting on it. So that's out. And we have a couple other new products that I'm pretty excited to share. One in particular that I think is going to surprise some people. Why I'm gonna love it, because I think it has more uses than what it comes across as. So here in about 30 minutes, call it 25 minutes. I was told 1:30, so it's 1:06 right now. But in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little trick, something that I like to do when it comes to like decon. So like, listen, a decon is a much bigger kind of topic for me. Decontaminating your car, there's a lot of different things. You know, realistically, when we talk about decon, you're talking about removing things from paint that you can't get off by just washing it. Okay, so when we wash the car and there's loose dust, loose dirt, maybe some road oil, things like that, like you can get rid of that by just washing it with a mitt, maybe a specialized car shampoo or regular car shampoo. But when it comes to decon, you're talking about bonding contamination and maybe some embedded contamination. And bonding contamination really is things like paint overspray, tree sap, road tar, iron contamination that's like stuck on the surface. But then you get into embedded contamination where the iron actually goes and sticks into the paint, like shrapnel almost. It's like it goes and sticks in instead of sitting on top. And so when I get into a decontamination, especially when I see a lot of like iron contamination, I don't just run an iron remover. I'm also gonna clay the car. And generally I like to do that while I'm washing the car. And so that's kind of what I'm going to go through here in a second. But I want to show you one tip that I have. When you're going to do a big iron contamination thing, you can actually, because you want to clean your wheels first before you start washing the car, right? So I'm going to clean these wheels. But one thing with iron contamination is you can use the iron remover because this has the same raw material in it that the regular wheel cleaner has. Okay, it's called thioglycolate, and this is going to attack brake dust. Now, the difference between this and wheel cleaner is that wheel cleaner is a thick formula, so it sprays on and sticks. This is a very thin formula, and so I can still use it on the wheels to try to break down some of the brake dust, but what you'll notice is it runs off really fast. Okay, whereas like the regular wheel cleaner, it's kind of a teal color. That stuff is going to sit and stick and dwell on the surface. But you can actually kind of see it already. It's turning purple, which means the thioglycolate in it is melting away the metallic brake dust. So thioglycolate breaks down metal contamination, whether that's on your paint, whether it's on your wheels, wherever, it doesn't matter. You can see it running off right here, some of the red. Now with this being more of an OEM type of car, it probably doesn't have performance brakes, I would imagine. So the thioglycolate and iron contamination isn't going to be as pronounced as, say, a Volkswagen and Audi, but you can see it. With black wheels, it's hard to see, but in the red light, you can kind of see it. The other thing I wanted to show you is these tires probably haven't been cleaned ever. And so instead of trying something like a mild cleaner like tire and rubber, I'm actually going to use the wheel and tire cleaner, which you can use on both. But see, I'm trying to get a lot of this iron contamination off the wheels. I'm just going to use the wheel and tire cleaner because it's so good at cleaning the tires, just on the tires alone. So I'm not even going to spray it onto the wheel because I'm using the iron remover to do that right now.
While you're spraying that, Joe, Rodney is wondering if he can use his DI system on the Active 3.0.
Yes, you absolutely can use your deionizer system on the Active 3.0. You can use your DI system on anything. You could use it on any pressure washer. It's mainly just like an inlet to your pressure washer. So it's like goes from your spigot to your DI and then out into your pressure washer. So absolutely, Rodney.
And Jason wanted to know the difference real quick between strip wash and salt, mud, and grime remover.
Jason wanted to know the difference between strip wash and salt, mud, and grime remover. You know what? They're very similar. I think when we looked at it, I talked about this on a live a few weeks ago, but I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, Teddy. Do you remember which one I said was like more? I think strip wash is a little bit more harsh on the acidity scale. When it comes to car care, you have like pH neutral products, and then you have either acidic products or you have alkaline products. And, the scale runs like pH neutral is right in the middle at 7, and then it kind of splits from there. And I'm pretty sure like the lower the pH number, the more acidic it is, and the higher the pH number, the more alkaline it is. And I'm pretty sure that the Adams Polish's strip wash, no, sorry, it's the opposite. Alkaline is lower number. Acidic is a higher number. No, I was right. Sorry, the acidic is a lower number. I'm pretty sure that it said like the strip wash sits at around like 3.5 to 5. And I'm pretty sure it said like the salt, mud, and grime remover was like, I think it was like 4 or 5. So less harsh of acidity. Look at how crazy this is. But anyways, they're both very similar, but I would say like the reason why strip wash is a little bit more harsh of a stripping shampoo, I guess you could call it, is because strip wash is intended not only to remove like salt and like heavy dirt and grime, but it's also intended to remove old protections like wax and sealant. So you need something that's a little bit more aggressive to get that stuff off. And so That's why it's a little bit more aggressive. Whereas salt, mud, and grime remover, if I'm being honest, that was a request from a brick and mortar store. I think it was AutoZone. And that's more to get just like heavy dirt and grime off. So I would say like if you're on here watching and you're like a professional detailer, or you're someone who's going to go fully detail a car and you don't know if it's been waxed or sealed or anything like that, use the strip wash first before you do a full detail, before a, you know, ceramic coating or whatever you're going to put on it, or like a polish. If you're just, you know, off-roading like this car and you're like getting a lot of dirt and grime on your car, or salt, like if you live in the Midwest or areas where it snows, which in Colorado it hasn't snowed at all, really. If you live in an area where you get heavy dirt and grime on your car, then probably salt, mud, and grime remover is a good option. Probably every third wash or every time your car gets like really, really dirty.
Is strip wash safe on ceramic coating?
Strip wash is definitely safe on ceramic coatings. I actually really like it. I've used it before here in Colorado, especially because you get the what's it called? Magnesium chloride, which is like a form of salt. And I'll use it after a snowstorm. My car looks like it has a bunch of white residue on it. You kind of see it kind of like this. But you want to get that salt off, because especially like on the underside of your car, salt equals rust for the most part. That's why cars in California rust so much, because of salt air. Teddy, I don't think these wheels have ever been cleaned. So I really wanted you guys to see, like, you know, if I'm going to be doing an iron decontamination, and especially on a car that has metallic brake dust, I don't necessarily need to like grab wheel cleaner and iron remover. Like, I can just use iron remover. You can really simplify it. You know, they're both doing somewhat of the same thing. Maybe wheel cleaner, I don't know if I would say it does a better job, but it's just a thicker formula, so it's going to stick to the surface more. One thing I did notice is I sprayed the wheel cleaner on here, or the iron remover on here, and because it's kind of a hot day today, it's probably where we're standing, 90. It dried really fast. So with regular wheel cleaner being a thicker gel formula, it's not going to dry as fast. So I actually ended up having to respray it, and you know, in the essence of having to respray it, just means you're going to use more product. So just something to consider. So one wheel down. I think I'll save the other wheels for later, but I'm really just going to work kind of in this section right here, because, you know, again, with the live, we try to keep it at about an hour. For some people, that's too long too. I totally get it. In this day and age, you know, 30 seconds is even too long. So just in the sake of time restraint, I'm just going to kind of work right here, especially like with the iron remover stuff, and maybe a little bit on the back. With the spare tire, it's a little bit harder, but what I'm going to do is I need to clean the panel first. I don't want to just start spraying iron remover on there. So let me get this bucket rinsed out. If you guys have any questions, this is a good time to ask some questions.
Hugo's curious, which clay bar should I use to remove paint overspray on a ceramic coated car?
Oh, that's a good question, Hugo. So Hugo said, what's a good clay bar to use with paint overspray on a ceramic coated vehicle? I would say, because it's ceramic coated, you don't have to be like super aggressive, because your car already is like protected and looks good, I imagine. So I would say, excuse me. I would say, like, if you're working in a small section, oh my gosh, my allergies are really bad, by the way. It's gonna keep happening, but nothing like a sneeze attack on the live. The fine grade clay bar is a great option if you're working in like a small section. If you're gonna do the whole car, the clay mitt, which I'm actually gonna use today, during the washing process is like the fastest and easiest way to do it. So it's kind of two ways. If you're gonna go with like detail spray, spray detail spray on and use a clay bar, the fine grade clay bar is what Hugo needs, because the fine grade clay bar is a little bit more mild, so it's not gonna mar or cause any damage. And the clay mitt is also kind of same thing, but because a clay mitt's bigger, you work in a bigger area and you can be more efficient. So the clay mitt and the fine grade clay bar are like our two least aggressive clay medias that we sell.
We got our first TikTok question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's go. TikTok question. I love it.
It is asking, which is the best foam cannon for thick foam?
Best
That can
foam.
be paired up with mega foam.
Best foam cannon. This is a TikTok question. I love it. Best foam cannon for thick foam that can be paired with mega foam. Honestly, I would say that Adams Polish's premium foam cannon would be the best one. It's like orifice size, puts out the best foam, but it also there's like more functionality to it than just like producing great foam. So the Adams Polish's premium foam cannon is by far the best one. I will say too, like, depending on your pressure washer can affect the foam output. So if you have a pressure washer that has really low gallons per minute and like fairly low PSI, it's not going to have enough water and pressure to like push suds and pull from the canister to get a lot of suds out. So like you kind of need it to be kind of up in the like 1.5 GPM range up to like 1,000 PSI is kind of like ideal. And by the way, this is for TikTok people and YouTube. The pressure washer world is very deceiving. Okay, you're gonna see on packaging it will say like the PSI is 1,500, but that's like peak rating, meaning they actually put something like this onto a pressure washer, but this is nothing. This doesn't have any. It doesn't have a place for water to go. Okay, and they measure that pressure. So 1,500 means it's like hitting a wall, right? You have to find the working pressure, meaning like when there's a place for water to go, what is the PSI? And the working pressure mixed with the GPM is really going to be like that active 3.0 is like 1,000 working PSI at 3 gallons per minute. It's like optimized for like detailing, you know? So don't get too caught up with PSI. You really need to go, like, if you're considering a pressure washer, go onto an online listing of the one you're considering and find the working pressure with the GPM, and that's really gonna determine if it's gonna be effective, especially for like detailing. But Adams Premium Foam Cannon, I think I've used all of the ones that we sell, and I think that one for me just always performs the best. It also has a really wide base. It holds the most soap. It's a 35-ounce canister. So like I feel like in some of the other ones that are like 24 ounces, I tend to be foaming the car and then I like run out of it. I feel like I'm like adding more. Whereas the premium one, I can like make it around the car and still have some left. So couple different features on the premium foam cannon that I like, aside from the really good foam output. So just FYI TikTok, I give really long answers. So sorry. Yeah, I know. I just like I think I have ADD, so like it like brings up other things in my mind, because I've had friends be like, dude, your foam cannon doesn't work. And I'm like, what pressure washer are you using? And they're like, I don't know, something I bought at like Harbor Freight. And I'm like, what's the specs on it? And they're like, oh, it's like 1,500 PSI. And I'm like, okay, I look it up and I'm like, okay, it's running at like 750 PSI. It's like, it's very, very deceiving. It's not, listen, the world is not meant to be easy for us to figure out. It's like, it's kind of frustrating sometimes. But that's why I bring it up, because I want to be like super transparent, you know?
Hey, TikTokers saying long answers are helpful, so you're doing something right.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you for the
I'm just refilling this up with some clean water. You can kind of see it in here.
Joe, what's better for ceramic coated car? CS3, graphene CS3, actually, or ceramic boost?
Oh, that's actually kind of a good question. Somebody on YouTube just asked, what's better for a ceramic coated vehicle, graphene CS3 or graphene boost? Or we could even say regular CS3 and even like a ceramic boosting product. Because I know there's a lot of different products on the market. You know what? I think it's kind of there's. It depends. How's that? It's not an easy answer. I think it depends on how often you like do stuff to your car. You know, like if you wash your car a lot and you like wiping it down and doing that kind of stuff, I think graphene CS3 is a better product for that because it's less concentrated with SiO2 and reduced graphene oxide than the graphene boost, but because you're using it more often, you're like constantly putting layers of it on there, right? Whereas like if you're the kind of person like me, and this is like totally my routine, is like every 3-4 months, I do like a big graphene ceramic coating maintenance on my car. And I use graphene boost to do that because it's roughly 10 times the concentration level of SiO2 than graphene CS3. So it's putting like a thicker layer, more robust layer of maintenance product to my ceramic coating. So I don't have to do it as often. And I think there's some kind of thought process to it. Like some people want a ceramic coating on their car because they don't want to do as much work to it, right? There's other people that put a ceramic coating on their car because it makes cleaning their car easier and they enjoy it more. So they do it more often. So I think you have to consider like what type of car care routine you have. And if you're somebody that's like every week washing and drying and touching your car, graphene CS3 is a better option. I would also say graphene CS3 is somewhat of a waterless washing type product. So if you like to go out in your garage and just take the dust off your car and wipe it down, you want to boost it without washing it, graphene CS3 is a good option for that too. But if you're kind of like, you wait a few months until you're going to do this maintenance job on your car, then I think graphene boost is a better product. I will say this, like I could do a whole live episode on graphene boost because it's extremely useful. It has so many uses that nobody considers. Like it can restore and protect like rhino-lined bed liners. It makes them look brand new black. It makes them bead water like crazy. So if you have like a truck that's rhino-lined, or you even have some, I've seen some off-road vehicles that are rhino-lined, graphene boost is amazing for that. Graphene boost, you can use like our rinse aid where the car is wet. You spray it onto the car, rinse it off, and it's like protected. So like you can essentially boost a vehicle like 5 different ways with graphene boost. So it's a super, super interesting product. And, you know, because I'm here all the time using it, graphene boost is like one of my favorite products. So, and I'll even say this, you don't even have to ceramic coat your car and you could use graphene boost every month. You would never even have to ceramic coat your car. That product is robust enough that you could just keep using it. So super useful. But yeah, I think you have to consider like your car care life, I guess you could call it. Like, I don't know. Everyone's different. Like Teddy's different than me. Gavin's different than me. It's like even Adam, the founder of Adam's Polishes, he washes his car, or he washes all of his cars every week, right? So he's like constantly touching it. He uses a lot of the basics like car shampoo and detail spray, tire shine. It's kind of like that's it, you know? Versus like me, I don't have a time outside of Adam's Polishes. I'm coaching competitive baseball and trying to golf so here and there. But, you know, I kind of get it like once every 2-3 weeks. So like I have to be a little bit more conscious of like boosting my ceramic coating and doing stuff like that. So
we also got asked if we're ever going to open up a store in the East Coast, but specifically then Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Opening a store on the East Coast, specifically in Kentucky. I wish. I'll be honest, the store stuff is a little bit on hold right now because we are now in pretty much every major brick and mortar store. So Walmart.
Explain what brick and mortar is.
Brick and mortar is like big box retail, I guess you could say. It's like your retail stores. So like, I'll just tell you right now, we're in AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts, O'Reilly's, Walmart, and currently in Costco with a kit going on. And we just, I think there's even a kit through Walmart kind of loading in right now. So it's really a lot of our basics. You know, everything from graphene detail spray to regular car shampoo to tire shine. So with that kind of happening, we're a little bit on hold with like opening new retail stores. But you know, I wish we were in Kentucky, because then we could go to the Kentucky Derby and wear those like crazy hats. But no, I'm just kidding. But Kentucky's a pretty, if you've ever been to Kentucky, it's like the landscape there is beautiful. It's ridiculously nice. Okay. Let's, I don't know, what should I do right now? I definitely need iron remover. I love that someone asked me about like the best foam cannon, and I'm not even using the one I recommended. It's like, come on, man. It's the one I had, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Just, I'm gonna put some soap onto this wash pad because I'm gonna wash this door and this rear, above this rear fender. But I also have over here a clay mitt because I desperately need this for a decontamination. Oh gosh, we're like 1 minute away from product announcement. How about this? I'll just get this stuff set up and then we'll talk about it. So one thing I will tell you, if you're washing your car, when you are washing your car, doesn't matter what you're using, wash pad, wash mitt. I personally love these wash pads because they're a little bit more disposable for me. So like when I think these run about $7.99 on our website, and they're really soft. It's like a synthetic wool, but after about, you know, 5 washes, it starts to kind of mat together. And once it feels not plush anymore, I just throw them out. And because they're a little bit more affordable, I keep 2 in my cabinet and I keep 2 in my wash bucket. And so I really like being able to cycle through more wash pads instead of feeling like I have this microfiber wash mitt that I like use for 10 years. It just, you know, I want to have something fresh going on my car more consistently. But when you're using your wash pad or your wash mitt, what I see a lot of people do is they put the suds in the bucket and then they like drop this in here. One of our tips is put it onto your wash pad like this. And once you agitate the soap on your wash pad, it's gonna put the soap suds like into the wash pad. So when you pick it up and you set it on your car, if you squeeze it, more suds come out and creates more lubrication. If you just put it in your bucket, yes, you will get suds into your wash pad, but because the soap's not in it, it doesn't keep regenerating it as you continue to wash. So soap in your wash pad is really important. It also creates more lubricity, so it reduces scratching while you're washing, okay? Let's see. The other thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna use this canister for something completely different. How's that sound? So, I'm gonna act crazy right now and put mega foam directly onto my not Adams Polish's premium foam can. This is a standard foam cannon. Okay, so this goes right on here, just like that. Okay. Now, before I do this, I'm actually going to take this top. What would you call that? Valve?
Yeah.
Nozzle valve, and I'm going to turn it all the way counterclockwise. Okay. The reason why I do that is this limits how much gets pulled through the straw. It's kind of like a bypass for water just to go straight through here. So if I take this off really fast and put this on and pull the trigger, you'll see it's like just water. Can I get a fan on this thing? There we go. So you can see it's just water. You see that? And then when I take this nozzle or this valve and start turning it up, you can see the soap starts to come out of it. So I can, like, instead of having to dilute it into the canister every time, I can just put my soap straight on here and then I can regulate how much suds I need, whether I want more, whether I want less. If I want none, I don't even care. But I can do it all with this nozzle right here, valve. And then you know what I can do when I'm done with it? I just take this off, put a cap on it, set it in my cabinet, and move on, right? So part of it for me is, what was happening to me is I was diluting product into the canister like this, and then I would use it and I would still have this much soap left in here, right? And then the next time I came to wash my car, I needed a different soap. So I needed like graphene shampoo. So guess what I did? I dumped it out, refilled this thing up, and then I dumped the rest of that out. It was like, I felt like I was wasting it so much. So now I just keep this on reserve, because I'll show you what I use this canister for here in a second. But now this is how I like to use my foam cannon and my foam for foaming my car down. So just I don't know. I'm not a pro, so don't call it a pro tip. Call it a guy who works for a car care brand tip. How's that?
The Joe tip.
The Joe tip. I like that. That sounds awful. Okay. Where did Teddy hide the new products? Okay. New product announcement. All right. I'm pretty excited about this. Like I said, we've been working on a few different products. I already announced the Active 3.0. So that one, you put it back here. The Active 3 live, ready to go. Let's see. I'll start with this one first. So, a goo and adhesive remover. Okay. It's kind of funny. Like our chemist said, we have this capability. Do you have any interest? And we were like, huh, maybe. Because like most of the time, goo and adhesive removers are used like in your home, right? But as we researched it more and learned about what goes into this product, I am like really excited for this product. So goo and adhesive remover, it's made from a raw material called D-limonene, which is essentially it's like nature's solvent that they extract from orange peels. It's like orange oil, I guess you could call it. And it's super, super powerful. So if you can find it on our website, if it's live right now, go check out the product page video, because it shows it in use. And for things like tree sap, this thing absolutely kills it. Like, it is not even a question. Tree sap doesn't stand a chance against this product. So if you're someone that lives near a pine tree, or you park near a pine tree at work and you have some tree sap problems, this is the product for you. You know, everything from permanent marker to crayon to gum, gum in your all-weather floor mats, or gum stuck in other places. What else, Teddy? Sticker residue. So like, if we decide to take off this Bones Brigade sticker, since Teddy and his dad are skaters, and there's like residue left behind, should we try it? Would Dad be upset?
No, I probably got more sitting around.
You got more sitting around?
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Here we go. This is actually kind of money. Sorry, Bones Brigade. I'm a fan. But not right now when we can showcase. Yeah, so there's just like a little bit left. So let me grab. I need a towel. Did I not even bring a towel? How am I going to dry the car? Here, I'll be back in 1 second. Well, here, I'll just do it like this. One thing about goo and adhesive remover I like too is that it's a spray product. There's other on the market that are like, pull top. You like put it on something and you use it. But with a spray top, it makes it more useful for car care. Okay, so I'll just spray some onto my finger. And the cool thing about this stuff is it works so well that you don't even have to like scrub really hard. It pretty much breaks it down like the moment you start using it. And it kind of, it's really weird. It like almost melts it away. Oh yeah. Love it. Pretty much gone right there. Here, I'm gonna go like this. I'll just wipe this off right here. And you can see nothing left behind. All right, so goo and adhesive remover for sticker residue. Really, really good product. But the more that I learned about D-limonene, which is the base in this product, the more I learned that D-limonene as a base product has been used by professional detailers like into the 80s. And so they're using it for everything from cleaning engine bays to cleaning wheels to just doing kind of everyday stuff, even diluting it and cleaning interiors. So if you go onto the website and look at the product page video, it's very targeted to like a basic good adhesive remover, but we're gonna do more media and how-to stuff on how to use this more for car care purposes. So I'm really, I think that's what I meant at the beginning of this live was like, I'm really excited for this product, even though it seems like good adhesive. There's not a lot on this car, good adhesive, but it's a very powerful product when it comes to car care needs. So I'm super excited for this. And you know what's crazy is, like, I'll just show you this really fast. When the delaminine, touches water, it turns milky. Well, that's good. Gotta love it.
We got a mystery bucket review.
Oh yeah?
The mystery bucket that we sent was 3 fire emojis.
Really? 3 fire emojis?
And they are using, or they used all the graphene items today on their personal vehicle.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, whoever's on TikTok who got a mystery bucket.
Tex-Mex 54.
Tex-Mex?
Yes, very sunny and hard to read everything.
Yeah, that's cool. Here we go. Here goes the delaminine on here. See how it turns milky? It's kind of interesting the way it works. And it's like kind of like the same way that the iron remover turns red. It's like a natural reaction. This milky, the delaminine turning white, is the natural reaction of when it touches water. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. So like I've used this when I tested this product initially. I actually used it to clean an all-weather floor mat, and it worked really good. So especially I had some gum on there, and that's mainly why I tried it. So you can see, like, even as I spray it, heads up boys, turns white. Kind of interesting. And I'll tell you this, I know, like, something for our customers, if you're kind of new to us or not, something for our customers is the scent of our products. What do your products smell like? Do they smell good? Because all of our products smell good for the most part. This one smells good. It smells like oranges. And I think that's pretty much the, like, natural scent because it's derivative of orange oil. So I'm really excited for this product.
How does it compare to tar?
So how does it compare to tar? TAR, which we have an aerosol version of. It's tar and adhesive remover. This is essentially just the natural version of that. So this is biodegradable. It's less harsh than tar, but almost as effective. So, you know, I would say for like your car's paint, this is a better option. It's, you know, this is okay if it dries a little bit on your car, you can take it off really easy. I do recommend when you use this product to use it with like waterless wash, because waterless wash is like a surfactant base, meaning it like lifts things away. And so when you use this, use it and then spray waterless wash on and wipe it off with like a borderless gray towel or something. But you know, I'll probably, like, for really harsh jobs, you know, more like industrial type of harsh jobs that I need like the sledgehammer, tar is the product I'll grab. But for kind of everyday stuff of adhesive, maybe some engine cleaning, some all-weather floor mat cleaning, other things, I'm going to be reaching for this a lot, I imagine. So it's still like, for us, it's still like kind of new, but I've had a lot of, you know, friends that have been detailing for a long time. They're like, delaminine, you're going to love that, like I promise. So pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Now, the second new product, hopefully you guys are excited for this, is a windshield cleaning wand kind of kit with multiple different towel / bonnets for this. So somewhat of an extension of your arm to be able to clean mainly the inside of your windshield, but also, like, you know, I think we know a lot of people with like off-road stuff and different kinds of cars where it's like hard to get in and clean stuff. Even like hatchbacks that have like a weird angle in the back. Teslas are notorious for that. Like, this is a really cool product for that. So it comes with the wand that can pivot at the head, and then it comes with this it's like a single soft bonnet, so plush microfiber bonnet. It comes with kind of a tough scrubbing glass bonnet like this one, and then it also comes with this waffle weave bonnet like this. And I'll tell you right now, like, one thing that I've taught on the live many times, I've talked about it on our YouTube channel, is the best way to clean your inside of your windshield is by using a product we have called Brilliant Glaze. So it's kind of like treating the inside of the windshield, but it's also the best way to clean it. And with a mixture of this waffle weave bonnet and the plush microfiber bonnet, you can do that treatment super easy, especially with this wand attachment. So pretty pumped for this.
Explain kind of which one to use first and then after it cures, real quick.
Yeah, so when I'm doing the Brilliant Glaze treatment, I use the waffle weave bonnet to kind of apply it onto the windshield. And then once the Brilliant Glaze hazes over, turns kind of chalky looking, then I switch the bonnet to the white plush microfiber and then use that to wipe it off. So, and then, like, you know, if you get like some harsh, like, this has happened to people, especially, it's going to happen this summer, by the way, in Colorado, because it's going to be real hot here. People leave a unopened Coca-Cola or Sprite or something in their car, and the top literally explodes up and the whole top opens like this. You'll have, you know, soda sprayed all over the inside of your windshield. Then you can take glass cleaner, which alcohol based, which will break it down, spray it on there, and use the black scrubbing one to help get stuff like that off. So, you know, this one you might not use as much, but it's like, when you need it, you need it. You know, like, when you don't have it, you wish you had it, type of thing. So we just gave all three of the bonnets in there. So any situation you have for especially the inside of your windshield, really, really good. And then the other one, you know, this Jeep isn't as lifted as some other cars. I've seen cars 6-inch lift, 5-inch, you know, 3-inch lift on huge tires. It's really, really hard to reach the middle of the windshield. And now with this wand extension, now you can reach super, super far, almost past halfway. It doesn't matter what kind of car it is, you know. And I've even, you know, our friends that run it for tacos across the highway, you know, they put snorkels on their thing. So there's even times where I can't even reach around the snorkel. Now with this, I can. So just, it's kind of like, you know, you don't really realize that, like, you needed something like this until you have it in your hands and you're using it. You're like, oh, this is sweet, you know. So just a couple new products: glue and adhesive remover, and a what do we call it? Windshield cleaning tool or something like that. They should be live on the website right now. So if you guys are interested, go over adamspolishes.com. Probably the best way to find it is either on a webpage banner or go to our new Justin page, and that has like every new product that we've released.
And Logan's got a question.
What's up, Logan?
Glue and adhesive remover remove those old school silicone tire dressings.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. You know, Logan, I would imagine so. Removing those old school silicone tire dressings. I think it would, yeah, especially like once it kind of gets hard and sticky and thick, that will really like cut through it. And I think that's partially why, like, especially in the 80s and 90s, delimonene was being used so much, because of those nasty silicone tire dressings. So yeah, I would say, don't quote me because I haven't tried it yet, but I would say, you know, common sense would say absolutely yes. And I would say try that, and then if it works pretty good, even like the wheel and tire cleaner should work pretty good for that as well. But yeah, glue and adhesive remover will work pretty good. The one thing I haven't tried it on, which I want to, is like old adhesive from wheel weights. I know our TAR or TAR, the aerosol version, works amazing for that. I'm pretty sure that will too. It might not be as aggressive as our TAR or TAR, so you might just have to go over it more times than just a couple. So just keep that in mind. So, okay. Just add a little bit more suds to the wash pad. So now Get some suds in here. Let's rinse this off really quick. What's that?
Jason just said he loves our products, uses them on his Harley, and our ceramic coat is top notch.
Oh, well, Jason, thank you for your support, brother. That's cool. Use it on the Harley. I know we have a few people that do that, but it's not as common as you would think. So I love that, dude. Maybe we need to do a whole series on Harley cleaning. Cleaning, polishing, ceramic coating. I'm just gonna wash this really fast, just this little section here. I didn't even foam it down. Can you believe that? It's pretty not impressive, you know? It's funny, when I first started, dude, there was no such thing as a foam cannon. I mean, maybe there was, but we definitely didn't have it. So I had to learn the old school way of how do you wash your car by starting in the shade and doing all that stuff. I still do that too to this day. Even if I had it, even when I have a deionizer, I end up doing it because I'm like, it's just like, it's like, that's the norm now for me. Okay. I need to run and grab a towel really quick. I'll be back in a second. You guys ask each other questions. TikTok, you ask YouTube questions, and YouTube, you ask TikTok questions. I feel like I just won the Olympics. Like I won the 100-meter race. I'm holding up the flag. Okay. Did everyone meet at a server somewhere in like the United States?
Yeah, but you,
They're
you
just
walked
like,
away with the microphone, though.
What's that?
You walked with the microphone for YouTube.
Oh, my bad. Okay. So washed, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I like to do when I'm doing the iron remover stuff is I like to work in sections because if you notice, the soap on here is dried already because it's pretty warm today. And actually this soap on here dry is better than if I have hard water dry on here. So I'd rather leave this on here than like rinse all of it off and then be chasing time because I'm gonna get water spots. And then it's way more difficult to get water spots off than it is dried soap. So what I like to do is I'm gonna wait to do iron remover, and mainly I'm doing it on the paint. I'm not gonna do it on this. Okay, it's just gonna be the paint right here. So what I'll do is I'll rinse the soap off because I want to get, I really want to get the loose dirt and grime off of the car. So you take this, rinse it off. Now, with the water on here, because this car is not protected at all, if I spray iron remover on here, it's going to dilute the product. It's not going to make it as effective, okay? And so what I like to do is I'll just take any drying towel. It doesn't even have to be like finished perfectly dry. I just want to get like the excess of the water off of the car using our double plush comforter.
Hey, Jason, that's not a bad idea. I just screenshotted your account, and we will talk to our marketing director.
Okay.
Asked if we need some bike content using our products.
Probably.
Probably do.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can come and see this, if you can zoom in, but there's crazy amounts of orange specks on here. It's like right here, right here, right here, right here. You can even feel it too.
It feels like sandpaper.
Yeah.
I do that again with the microphone. Like.
Yeah, ready? If your car has a soundtrack, it means you need to clay it, okay? Means if it can generate a waveform or any kind of audio levels, you need to clay it, okay? That means you rub your hand on it and you can hear something, okay? So now what I like to do is once I get it dry like that, then I will take Mr. Iron Remover, okay? And I'm also gonna have my clay mitt on hand, okay? I'm gonna spray this on the painted areas, okay? So I'll spray this on here. I like to get it like nice and thin because see how it's running down? I really want it to just sit and stick there for a second. And what you're gonna notice is as we sit here and wait, the iron remover is gonna start activating with all the iron contamination. Okay, so it's actually starting right in here, all right here. You can see like how it turned purple on the wheels with all the metallic brake dust. It's turning purple with all the metallic contamination that's on here. So I'm gonna just give it another quick mist because I'm trying to, can you guys see this? This is gnarly. This might be one of the worst cars I've ever done, Teddy. And this is your car. How's that? Look, you can see it starting. You can see it starting to run. Once I spray more and it starts to run, you can see it the red starts to run down the car.
I did this on a dark gray 2012 Highlander.
Yeah.
It's never been properly washed in its life. And
Yeah.
I could even see it.
Yep.
It was crazy.
So there's one thing I do want to mention here, okay? What I'm doing right now is like I might be effective with iron remover on stuff that I can remove with a clay mitt. So like it's a little bit redundant to sit here and watch it turn red, okay? What I really want to do is I'm going to get some more iron remover on here. I'm going to take my clay mitt. I'm actually going to stick it in here so I get some lubrication from the car shampoo onto the clay mitt. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna clay this section, just like this, okay? Because one of my goals is to not only remove iron contamination, but I also wanna remove any paint overspray, tree sap, any bonding contamination all at the same time. It's like, I think it's fine to try to go after just iron contamination, but if I can do 5 things at once, I'm going to be more efficient. I don't necessarily want to just do iron contamination removal and then do bonding contamination removal. I want to do it all, you know? So this is kind of my tip on how to do that. Okay, so like so. Then I'm gonna rinse it off, okay? So we rinse it off. Look at down here. Look how much red's coming off of the car. Isn't that wild? So that's all the iron contamination, like the iron remover working against the iron contamination on the car. So once I do that, I'm gonna set these aside like this. And then I'm gonna grab the towel again because I don't think I'm done yet. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this off again in just the section I was working on. Again, I still haven't even rinsed this whole side off. Like I'm safe with the soap dry over there. Rinse this all off, or dry this all off, sorry. Because I don't want the hard water. But the main reason I'm drying it off again is because I'm gonna take iron remover again. And really what I wanna do is attack the iron contamination that is stuck into the paint, not sitting on the top, because the clay mitt just removed all the stuff sitting on top. Does that make sense? So now we spray this again. And theoretically, because we removed a lot of the iron contamination on the top, there shouldn't be as much red, right? Because there shouldn't be as much iron contamination embedded into the surface, okay? And by the way, like the clay mitt with detail spray is gonna remove iron contamination that's stuck on top. But detail spray ain't gonna remove, it's not gonna melt away iron contamination that's embedded into the surface. So I think oftentimes like iron remover, it's a really, really like visually shocking thing to see someone's car turning all purple. But I think it oftentimes like in marketing, people are like, you need iron remover because they just spray it onto a car that you could clay the car and you would never need it, right? And so what we want to do is we want to work and use the iron remover for what it's intended for, right? And you can actually see, I did it. You can see there's a spot right here where the iron is actually like stuck into the surface. So I'm letting it melt. There's a spot right here. There's a spot right there. Maybe a spot right there. So you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots now. So like before it was like the whole thing was happening, right? And I imagine like this is kind of a normal, these wheels have never been cleaned. So every time that he drives a car and brakes and then drives again, he has brake dust coming up and going all over the side of his car, and it's just sitting there and sticking, you know? So like he just had a lot of metal contamination on his car in general because it's never been, this treatment has never been done to it, right? And so that's why this is really important on a car like this that needs it all, like terribly bad, you know? And even that back there probably even worse. And I will say, like, I sprayed it again because I don't necessarily want it to fully dry on the car. Okay, so I sprayed it again. I'm actually gonna do one more round of the clay and then I know I'm gonna be done pretty much. So run the clay on this one more time. And the thing I'm most excited about is to see if this thing has a soundtrack again. Okay, so we'll set this here. Rinse it off. Okay, now in this instance, if I do have a spray. I'm gonna use some detail spray just to dry it off. Like this. Okay. Then like this. Bro, this car needs everything. This car needs like the full gamut. Like I almost want to say like we're doing a live series. I don't care how long it takes. We're going to fully detail this whole car, even if it takes 15 weeks. Kinda. Not really. The thing about it is the paint's really dry. Rubbery, it kind of wants to stick,
Yeah.
but they don't feel it bumpy anymore, right?
It's very smooth, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a bit of like a dryness and stickiness to it.
Yeah, so if we polish this, machine polish this, even after that, it would feel completely smooth. But it's oxidized right now. It's like kind of porous. That's why it's like grabbing onto our hands. And I would say it's as dry as a popcorn fart. That's his thing. He says that every single time. And I don't know, I don't eat popcorn, so. But it's definitely better. Like it's decontaminated 100%. If anything, what I would say, something that could help this actually is like, instead of doing detail spray at the end as a drying aid, you could do like H2O garden gloss, and that will add protection to it on top of the oxidation and make it feel super smooth. So just getting the the decontaminating it alone was like really good for this. And to be honest with you, all the orange specks, now all I see is Colorado pinstripes, which is like brush marks because Teddy takes this off-roading. So that's starting to feel better, I guess. So what do you guys think? What do you think, Teddy? This is your car.
I mean, it was very visibly contaminated before, and now it's like hard pressed to find something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you look back there, you can see.
Yeah, you can see all the orange specks in there.
Okay, here's a question for Teddy and Gavin. Why are they orange specks?
Rust?
Yes. So it's like iron contamination that gets on the car, and then there's moisture in the air. There's water. Maybe you wash your car or something. The water rusts the iron contamination that's on the car, and that's why they're orange specks. Now, here's the thing to think about too. You work near a metal manufacturing company. You work near a rail yard. Welder. Like, you might get all this iron contamination like on one day, and it might look black because it hasn't rusted yet. So any kind of like black specks or orange specks is going to be iron contamination, but can also be mistaken for black paint overspray. So like you don't need to go and inspect it and know what it is. It's just, this is the process to get it off, which is like a mixture of iron remover and claying it kind of at the same time. Not really, but you want me to do this section for you?
Sure, yeah.
I told Teddy, I'm like, I can only do just like a small section, so you're gonna have to finish it. And he was like, oh, come on, man.
Right, and that's definitely what I said.
He's like, this sucks.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Chris, we're gonna try to come back. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so thirsty, and my water is hot. I'm like, I can't drink it. This is over room temperature for sure.
Should I be protecting my paint after drying with my regular spray?
Oh, that's a good question. Should I be protecting my paint after hand wash? I would say probably
Specifically after drying.
Oh, specifically after drying with like details.
With their drying aid, yes.
Yeah, so like drying aid, and then you're using the towel. And gloss, and it is a way to be able to dry your car and protect it at the same exact time. So you don't even need a drying towel or a drying aid. Okay, so I would say like every third time you wash your car, you would do this H2O garden gloss process, and then every time in between, you would dry it with a drying aid and a drying towel. But if you did that for like eternity of your car, it would be water beating and protected for forever, because you're never letting it get to a point where it's not protected, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But that's something to look into. Now, there are other protecting agents that are very, very easy to use. We actually earlier in this live, but Graphene Boost, if you're able to get the car do a Graphene Boost treatment, that's that's almost like having a ceramic coating on your car. It is a form of ceramic, but it's not what you would think like a little bottle of ceramic is. And so even Graphene Boost, if you could do that to your car, maybe every couple months, you would love that. But yes, get some form of protection on your car, because, and I would say,
It's a new 2026 4Runner, so definitely something.
oh yeah,
Those things are huge.
Even better. Yeah, but listen, the ultimate way to protect your car is ceramic coating. So like, you know, I think it's something to consider, but if it's not something you're gonna do right now, for sure get something on there. I mean, I would say if I was gonna give you anything to get, I would say either H2O Garden Gloss or Graphene Boost. Wax, I would say forget about it. The main reason is like this car, right? I would never wax this car. Number one, it's not gonna last very long. It's gonna last 2 weeks. Number two, if I get any wax on the plastic, it's gonna stain the hell out of it, right? Where H2O Garden Gloss and Graphene Boost makes the black plastic look better. And so, you know, that's my recommendation. But yes, get it protected. The sooner the better. It's gonna make your washing, your hand washing experience better. It's gonna make your car look better longer. So absolutely yes. Is that again too long of an answer, Gavin? What's that?
The guy who asked that question said he'll be in to get some garden gloss soon.
Like here in Colorado?
Yeah, is this the Cali, Arizona, or Colorado location? Because we're currently in the Colorado one.
Dude, if you come into the Colorado one, ask for Joe and I'll come down and hang out. And if you have your car with you, I'll even show you how to use the product. And if you come on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, even better.
He said yes, Colorado.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, ask for Joe when you come in, dude. I'll come hang out and talk and hang out.
We are in Colorado, even though it feels and looks like Arizona right now.
Is it Colorado or Colorado?
I think it was Tomato.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? These are like the real questions that the people on the live want to know. It's definitely not tomato, dude. Come on. Come on, Gavin. Not tomato. I said that to my kids the other day. I was like, you guys want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, it's Pirates
And they were
of the
like, well,
Caribbean.
what is that? You never seen it?
No,
Captain Jack Sparrow?
That's my all-time favorite movie series.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's so good. I actually was watching the World Baseball Classic, and Fernando Tatis Jr. on the Dominican Republic like pulled his hat off to like congratulate a home run guy. And I was like, it's Captain Jack Sparrow, because he had like rings in his dreads, and like my son started laughing so hard. I was like, finally got him to laugh. I would say for things like that, events locally, Facebook is probably the best place to find that under our events page and on Facebook.
We also have the Colorado, Adams Polish's Colorado Instagram page that's not that known, but they will be posting about events going forward this summer.
Yeah, so if you're not following us, our like specific store, I think it's Adams Polish's Colorado. Gavin says Colorado. I say Colorado. Okay, Adams Polish.
Than me, so.
Adams Polish is Colorado. You're also from the Midwest. But Adams Polish is Colorado on Instagram. They're going to be posting more about event stuff on there. And I think we potentially hear the first weekend of April here in Colorado. We have a Cars and Coffee up off, it's South Boulder Road, right?
Yeah.
It's like South Boulder Road and like 287, Highway 287 in Lafayette. And it's going to be a good one this because it's going to be nice weather. But we're thinking about after on that weekend is coming back to headquarters here and doing a detail clinic about like spring washing. So what do you do when you come out of winter, which this might be a dumb topic because it doesn't even feel like we've had winter in Colorado. I think it snowed once here. And actually pretty much everybody is in like a stage 1 drought crisis, which has made Teddy really upset.
Hey,
but
how's it going?
but yeah, so it might just be like how to wash, but I think we've even considered doing an event here where we have like stations. So like outside you could learn about cleaning wheels and tires, exhaust tips and engine bays. And then there might be a washing area, and then we'll have like a graphene ceramic coating area, a polishing area. So like as a customer coming here, you get to like pick which one you're most interested in. So that's something we've been floating around an idea and have like a big kind of open house kind of thing. I think it would be really fun with good food, good drinks, maybe a DJ, maybe games. I don't know. I really want to hold like even back here would be sick, but like some RC car races type stuff, you know. But
Juan, the Cars and Coffee will be it's first Saturday of every month.
Yeah.
So first Saturday of April, and then the hypothetical event that Joe is talking about is something that we really want to do this summer.
yeah, yeah. But we might try to do a clinic after that, Cars and Coffee. So we'll
There's
see.
a chance it might be soon.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. We're way past time, boys. You guys are having so much fun, you didn't even stop me. So go check it out. We got the new products hit the site today. Windshield cleaning tool. We got goo and adhesive remover. And, you know, hopefully this stuff I showed you today was helpful. You know, I think it's not something that people really think about in like, I think people just go like, spray and remover in your car, it looks cool. Like, fine. But like, there's a little bit more purpose to it. So I hope that came across in today's live. And, you know, I'm actually excited. We're back here in the back of the building. Gonna have this space. It's a work in progress, but hopefully we can start shooting some more videos back here. So it's fun hanging out with you guys on TikTok. You know, we don't do that often, but hopefully we can start doing that more. Everyone on YouTube, of course, thank you. We've been going live on YouTube since like 2020, so it's been like 6 years running. So been a lot of fun. It's probably redundant for them, people that have been watching for a long time. I talk about a lot of the same stuff, but next week, I don't know. We'll think about next week, but we're live every Wednesday. So hopefully we can start it on TikTok and we'll be live every Wednesday. Maybe we can do some giveaways, hang out. I want to answer questions. I want to make sure it's valuable to everybody watching. It's one thing for me to just watch, but like for your questions you have and everything, I want to be able to make it easier for you.
Yeah, Gabe, I believe the polisher sets are on sale right now. Currently on our website, it is 26% off the remainder of the month for our 26th anniversary here at Adams Polishes. So go check that out, see if it's eligible for a discount. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a good chance it will be.
Yeah.
So being able, it's 26% pretty much our biggest discount of the year.
Yeah.
So make sure if you guys are in need of stocking up for spring and spring washing, definitely get over there.
Dude.
And stock up.
I should trade you, Gavin. That was so good. That was really good. Okay, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week live, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I'm looking forward to it.